Broken hearts and shattered dreams. Life's not always what it seems, but there's a light that breaks the night, a savior's love, a guiding light. Oh, I was lost, but now I'm found on solid ground. I'm standing now, turned around, no longer broken hearted, left behind the chains that once departed. New hope, new life in Jesus Christ, the cornerstone of my heart, my life. Wounded soul, but now I'm healed. Grace and mercy have been revealed. The empty tomb, the risen King. Forevermore I'm gonna sing. Oh, I was lost, but now I'm found on solid ground. I'm standing now, turned around, no longer broken hearted, left behind the chains that once departed. New hope, new life in Jesus Christ, the cornerstone of my heart, my life. No one else can compare. He's my rock, my refuge, always there. All my fears and doubts are gone. In His strength I'm moving on. Turn around, no longer broken hearted, left behind the chains that once departed. New hope, new life in Jesus Christ, the cornerstone of my heart, my life. Turn around, I'm alive, I'm alive. Turn around, found my hope in Christ.
Well, hey, a pleasant good morning to everyone. Huntsville, thanks for waking up with us on this wonderful, we call it Walker County Federal Credit Union Wednesday. Taylor will be with us before too long. She always has to take her little one, her daughter, to school in the morning. We are here, though. We're rocking and rolling, ready to start a brand new day. Excited about this day on this wonderful Wednesday. And as we do get started, please comment in. Let us know what you're thankful for today and how things in your neck of the woods are going this morning. I always like to try to start with some gratitude. Despite so many circumstances, so much uncertainty in many of our lives, maybe we're going through some really tough times right now. I want to say faith is the one thing that keeps us rooted and strong together. And so as you are waking up, be reminded of those things today. Tara Burnett was here yesterday, and she said that she's taken her son to school there in Madisonville, and she always listens. She has her phone down, and she listens. And she said there's always something every day that lifts her up on this program. And we want that to be the same story for you, to be reminded every day of the gratitude, because we need to be reminded every single day of the goodness that surrounds us. Well, friends, we are here. Again, thanks for hanging out with us on this Wednesday. I want to give our special friend, Mr. Elliot Herzlich. We're going to go see him a little bit later today. We've got an appraisal that he's going to make for us, so we're looking forward to seeing him. But it's Elliot Herzlich from Elliot's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com for all of your jewelry needs. Go by and see my great friend. It's Mr. Elliot Herzlich. Again, elliotsjewelers.com. And, of course, we could not be here and have this show and promote the good in our community if it wasn't for the generous support of our foundation support, such as Walker County Federal Credit Union, again, here on this wonderful Wednesday. Episode number, I think we're at 626. Yesterday was 625, so that would make sense. If we're one more ahead, it should be episode 626. It is this morning. I wanted to mention something that was on my heart this morning, and I was thinking about just the rhythm of life and the things that we go through on a day-to-day basis, and that people matter more than opinions. I was thinking a lot about this morning, that seasons change in our lives, and we can go from being so happy to being so low to being joyful to being angry. But after all of that fades away, what remains is the quiet truth that we belong to one another. We've talked so many times here on Sundays about community at our church, about how we were built for community. But I want to remind you all that we have all walked different paths. Some of them have been very steep. Some of those paths have been extremely smooth. But I'm reminded that the wind blows down those paths the same way here in our community. The same in our grocery stores, the same church pews, the same battlefields where our kids chase dreams under the same skies. And the real work of community, it's not really winning in arguments or opinions. Kyle's here. He's talking about the bats, the winds of the bats blowing. But the real work of a community, friends, it's not winning arguments or trying to say I'm right, you're wrong. It's in winning hearts. And I truly believe this. It's in holding the door. It's checking on a neighbor. It's forgiving quicker, loving each other stronger. And it's in the unseen choices, the simple ones, that really help mold us back together. Because in the end, I believe this, that it's not about who shouts the loudest, but who cares the longest. And so I want to remind you, as this new day dawns over our community, right here in Huntsville and beyond, we have folks that listen from all over the world, literally. Maybe it's time to ask ourselves this question, that if love really is the greatest commandment, how will we live that out today? And so I want to ask you this morning, what is maybe one simple act of kindness that you can do today to remind somebody that they're not alone? We pass through people all day long, and we don't know the story of what they may be going through. We don't know the history. We don't know the trials that they've faced. We don't know the circumstances that they may be in. And I talk about it a lot on this show because it is about promoting the good. If we want to promote the good, then we have to find a way to do the good. And doing the good, I believe, is being mindful of others and doing those random acts of kindness, stepping in a situation. I saw a lady this morning that I've seen in this kind. I don't know who she is. I've seen her now for a couple of months. And she was on the Highway 30 there in front of I don't know if it's an Exxon gas station, right at the corner of, across from the Smileys, the other gas station, if you know what I'm talking about. Is that an Exxon? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I think it's an Exxon over there. Jack in the Box is right around that corner. I never go to that Jack in the Box. Never even been there, by the way. But there was a lady, and I've seen her numerous times, and apparently it looks like she's homeless. She always has a wagon, and it is piled to the top with stuff. And I saw her, and I saw this woman that obviously is facing some sort of a hardship. Otherwise, she wouldn't be pulling this wagon with all of this stuff. There's something that has happened in her life, whether it was a choice she made or a choice something that she had no control over. But whatever happened has led her now to being in this situation. And as I saw her walk, she was kind of walking in the direction of where traffic would be coming, because that little part of the road, it turns into a right turn only to get onto the access road. There was no cars coming, and so she decided to walk across or walk down that into the parking lot over there where that gas station is. But I was reminded this morning, despite all of this, and I don't know what she's been through or what's put her in that situation, but the lady was smiling. She was smiling. she was full of joy in the midst of what others would see as tremendous adversity. And that really hit me this morning as I was driving in to think about, man, I think I've got things going on. But I've got 2 healthy children. I've got a wife who puts up with me and loves me. And I've got family and people that I can turn to, and a really good friend in Joshua Harris that I can turn to in times of need. I've got a roof over my head. I've got a half tank of gas in my car that did get down to 0 yesterday. I tried to go for another 15 miles to see what it would do. It still works. I was able to eat last night. I was able to go to sleep. I was able to put blankets over my children. I was able to get my children when they started screaming at 2 a.m. and wanted to go lay in bed with us. Yet here is this woman who has none of that, at least from the outside, from what you can see. And she was still smiling through all of that. And so be reminded this morning that we don't know what people are going through. But listen and try to be compassionate. Don't try to be compassionate. And find a way to help others. I'm reminded of another gentleman who used to come by the studio when we were downtown at the old gallery over there, Paul Oley. I miss hanging out with Paul. There was a gentleman named John that would walk by every morning. John was homeless. He lived in this community. I have not seen him in probably 6 months to a year. And it makes you wonder what happened. Where did he go? Is he okay? There were times when that man obviously was suffering from alcohol dependency. But there's other times where he was completely sober. And it didn't matter where he was at or what he was going through. I always tried to reach out and tell him, hey man, I love you. And whatever I can do to help you, we'll be there. And there's several other people in our community that are on that same situation. And I just want to remind you this morning to be mindful of those and think about how you can help, especially as we come near this season of Thanksgiving. It's crazy to think we're already through October. November is here, and we're in the midst now of a time where many people and families start coming together for the holidays. But there's a lot of people that aren't finding joy this time of the year. And I think that's why it's important now more than ever that we think about those that are maybe alone, or those that have been through tremendous loss. And I want to encourage people this season to not just think about your own family, because we do, and that's important, but think about your neighbor next door. Maybe the lady next door that doesn't have any family. Maybe that person that's over at Creekside that nobody ever comes to visit. Call Creekside. Call them up and say, is there anybody over there that I can come and just hang out with? And I guarantee they'll let you. But think about those people as we enter into this season of thanks. And then we move from that and we move on to the joy of Christmas, that there are people that need help. And I'm tying all this in for a reason. There's a lot of people right now struggling due to the government shutdown, which now is an historic number, I think 35 days. It's never been that long before. My sister works for USDA. They told her she had to come back to work, and she is getting a little bit of pay. But there are numerous people right here in our community that are having trouble even eating right now. And this isn't political. This is just the reality, with people losing SNAP benefits and those things. And one, I want to caution people, don't judge because you don't know those situations that those people are in. As I said the other day, we were utilizing benefits several years ago. It was tough. It was a tough season for Bridget and I when we had our daughter. And we used it for a season until we were able to get back on the right path. But Kyle Kreiner had approached us a week ago and said, hey, I know a friend on TikTok. TikTok, it's a good platform. Kyle, I think, is like the number one TikTok user. Someone's on TikTok and Facebook. Regardless, the word got out, and these friends of his decided that they were going to bless a random family each week. They were going to do a drawing. And so they were collecting $100 here and $100 there, and they've been able to do that. And so Kyle said, why don't we try to do something similar? And so we did, and we've had 7 families now that have filled out a form, anonymous. We're not making it public of who is signing this up. And so maybe if you're in need this morning, don't reach out for help. Reach out. And so we've had a few $100s donated, so we're already going to be able to bless 3 families, but there's many more that need help. And so this morning, I encourage you, go to our website, hellohuntsvilletx.com. If you'll head over there again, hellohuntsvilletx.com. And if you scroll down just a few articles, it's called Hope Stays Open. And through there, you'll find a way to give. And we are funneling the funds that come into this through our nonprofit. There's complete 100% transparency on that. But that is where we're funneling the funds from. And so it is an opportunity for you to give and know that every single penny is going to go to help these families. And so I said all that stuff for a reason at the beginning, to say this is a way that you can connect and help out right now here in our community. And we will verify. We're not just going to hand out, $100 here and there to folks unless they verify. They've got to provide some proof of a few things. But once a week, and starting on Friday, we will draw our first family. And I hate that we have to draw families. I wish that we could say, hey, we've got 10 families that need help, and here's $1,000 and call it a day. But the reality is we can't help every single family, but we want to try to do this as fair as we can. And that is an idea that Kyle had, the Kreiner Group Consulting. So appreciate Kyle bringing that to our attention, and very fortunate to be able to do that and to promote that. So again, go to our website. Well, we're going to step aside, take a break. Taylor Chandler is here from Walker County Federal Credit Union, and also Karen Altum. And Karen's got a little Christmas red on this morning. I love that. So she's brought the joy here into the studio. So we're going to step aside. We'll take a break. Hey, do us a favor. Let us know that you're out there. Many of you are joining us this morning, including our good friend. How about Joy Daly? How can you just have a bad day when your name is Joy? And Joy Daly joining us. Good to see you this morning, Joy, and many others. Again, comment in, share this broadcast. Help us continue to reach and promote the good in our community. And we couldn't do it without the generous support of Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are your full-service community credit union serving Walker County since 1957. We'll take a brief break. We'll have more when we come back. Stay with us. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville on a wonderful Wednesday. Stay with us.
I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We are not a daycare. We are a child care center focused on the growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope. This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville. Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
Spirit Radio.
All right, everybody, welcome back as we continue on writing another story in our community's wonderful book today. Boy, it don't get any better than the Book of Huntsville. New York Times bestseller. Maybe. I don't know. One day. It's coming. 63. I don't even know why I said it. 63 degrees. I'll just ramble on, Karen. 63 degrees. 84% humidity. Winds out of the south at 6. Barometric pressure 30.20. This is all really important. Kyle is so intrigued this morning. Dew point at 58 degrees, and your visibility at 10 miles for all of you pilots out there this morning.
I was going to fly my plane in, but I just didn't think there was enough room.
Yeah.
A little Cessna.
80.
Parking lot's not big enough.
80 and sunny today is going to be your high. So welcome back as we continue on this Walker County Federal Credit Union Wednesday.
Woo-woo.
And we have a friend joining. 2 friends. One friend that's always here on a Wednesday, but a friend that's bringing a little holiday spirit early this morning. How about Karen Altum?
I thought he was talking about you.
Good morning.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Good morning.
Karen, I've made a mistake this morning, and I beg your pardon. Hold on. We got
What'd you
red.
do?
Hold on. We got red.
We're walking in a winter wonderland.
Oh, hold on. Am I doing it the right way? There we go. Green. All right, hold on. And red. There you go.
There we go. Got Christmas lights behind us.
There you go. Oh, you know what?
How festive.
Karen's a marketing person, though, so let's go green because it's
Yeah.
red. There we go.
Yeah, there we
Well,
go.
you got a
Thank
red light
you.
behind you.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. And there we go. That's a little bit
Just
better,
to-
isn't it?
Yeah, that
I look
works
like
better.
I'm coming out of the ground.
Taylor.
It's fine.
Taylor, you didn't get my email about dress holiday-ish.
Yeah.
I did. Cheetah.
Okay.
It's
Holiday cheetah.
Holiday cheetah?
it's a cheetah. It's a cheetah Thanksgiving
cheated.
coming up.
I cheated the system.
She's a cheetah.
Well, Karen Altum is here. Taylor, good morning to Taylor as well from Walker County Federal Credit Union. Always a joy to have Miss Taylor with us. Taylor and I have really great conversations on the show, and Karen is here. And Karen and I have great conversations too. Karen Altum with Postcards Magazine and the Altum Consulting Group. All things digital, all things Huntsville, Miss Karen. And she is the reason, one of the reasons, but a big reason of how we got this program off the ground with our foundation support. So as I always do, thank you, Karen.
You are welcome.
For helping and giving back. How have you been? I know a lot going on, so it's great to see
Lots happening, and just the next 2 weeks are so incredibly crazy that I'm just looking at, I wake up every morning and say, what's today? So first thing this morning was Rob Hip.
I feel like every time I talk to you, you're like, if I can just make it through the next 2 weeks. And it's been the next 2 weeks for 10
5
years.
years. Oh, 10 years.
Yeah, I've been saying that too. So
Yeah.
I was like, if I can just make it through today, everything's good, and then we get to reset and do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Kyle a while ago. I said, my mother keeps going, you're getting older. I'm like, shh.
Shh, we don't say those
Don't
things.
say that. That's
We're
rude.
just getting wiser, is what it is.
Okay.
Getting wiser.
Okay.
So.
We'll go with that.
Well, Karen, appreciate all that you do in the community. You're always thinking ahead of ways that we can bless Huntsville, or ways that you guys can, and the community can come together as a we and bless this community. And one thing that is coming up soon that I'm looking forward to on November the 15th, we have our 3 brothers coming back to Huntsville, the 3 Heath brothers. Tell us what's going on.
Well, Rob, we had them a couple of years ago. It'll be 2 years in January. And the thought at that point was to have them come, and we were going to do a youth night and bless the youth of the community, because they're college age guys. And we thought, everybody will love them. And so what ended up happening is we did have a lot of that, but it was also right before school started, so we had a lot of people out of town. But beyond that, we had a lot of folks that were like that were older than I am. So some
Okay,
people,
well, the way you looked at me, I was like,
no, not you. But some people that were in their 70s and 80s that were buying tickets, and I was going, oh, wow, I'm not sure. And they loved it. I had a lady yesterday that's in her 8th decade who called me and said, how do I get tickets?
Oh, that's cool.
And I said, just write me a check. I'll do it that way for you. Don't worry about it. But anyway, she's so excited about it because she was there before. So we had planned to bring them back. And but what we didn't plan, and what I didn't know, but what God knows, and which is always so fascinating to me, the timing of things, we planned to bring them back and to do it as a holiday concert. And so November 15th, next Saturday, they will be back in town. And this time, the high school principal was at their last concert, and he said, we need to have those guys at the school.
Yeah.
We need to bring them in and have them at the Performing Arts Center. And so I was like, wow, we went from 300 seats to 1,000 seats. And so we have a lot of seats to fill. But then on top of that, I was sitting in a meeting last month, and we had already planned to do this. We've had it in the works for about a year. But I was sitting in a meeting of the POP committee, which is promoting our positives, and Miss Juanita from Social Services at HISD was talking. And she was sharing, which I was not aware of, that we have between 200 and 300 students in our school district that qualify as unhoused, that they do not have a permanent place to call home. And I've always known Sally Dallas, before she retired, during the holidays especially, she would kind of try to raise some money, get some donations so they could do a little bit of Christmas cheer for these children. Also, but more than that, these kids don't have things that we take for granted.
Yeah.
Like, clean clothes and deodorant and clean socks or new socks or underwear or toothbrush or toothpaste, and all that. The list is very, very long of the things that they need. And so God just kind of laid it on my heart that was a way we could help. So I thought, if I can because we were going to, Postcards was committed to doing the concert, and whatever ticket sales came in, we would use it to offset the expenses of the night. But I thought, if we could find a sponsor or two to help us do this and to pay the expenses, because we were already committed to a pretty good sum, but I couldn't do all of it. And so Bill Fick Ford has stepped in and is going to co-sponsor it with us, along with Mid-South Electric and Terry Coleman, Realtor, and they've all donated and pitched in. But Bill Fick is our big co-sponsor, and together we are going to be able to make all ticket sales be a check that we get to write to HISD Social Services.
Wow.
That's so cool.
How cool is that?
So
that's a big check.
I hope so. It will be a big
Wow.
check. So when we talk to the community about this, it's like, buy tickets if you're
Even
in
if you don't
church and
go.
you have a small group. Even if you don't go, if you want to bless a kid, and let us give some tickets away to youth who will be so benefited by this concert. But anyway, it's just if you can go, great. If you can't go, please still buy some tickets. We'd love to have you there. Buy tickets and tell me, hey, I bought 10 I had one of our clients buy 10 to our customers.
Love it.
So, or give them to your staff, or give them. We've got one group that they're small group at church. They're going to all buy tickets and come together.
So how much are tickets?
They're $25, but we have a code that if you need that assistance or you have a youth group that needs, the code is Christmas 10.
Ooh.
It'll take $10 off. I'm going to tell it here on this show. $10 off.
TEN or
No,
10?
Christmas 10 will take $10 off the ticket. Obviously, the more ticket price that people buy, the better our check is. So, we'd love for people to use that if they need it. If you're, in youth group or something like that, or a kid and you want to spend $15, great. But I don't want people to not get to come because they can't afford it.
Yeah.
So please, reach out to Postcards, let us know, reach out to you. We'll make it happen. But
And I see kids 12 and under are free
yes,
with an adult ticket.
Thank you. I forgot that. Kids 12 and under, when you're purchasing, like for your family, kids 12 and under are free with an adult ticket. So you just put on there a 12 and under free ticket. So there's just a lot.
So
but
when you and your wife buy
it's
tickets, your kids
right.
are free.
Right.
Perfect.
So
It's a date
it's
night.
just it's a way that, and the other thing I didn't know, which obviously the Lord did, is that we didn't have any idea this SNAP benefit thing and the
Yeah.
government shutdown was going to be going on. And this is even more a crucial time because some of these families who rely on that certainly don't have that ability. So anyway, there's just a lot that we'll be able to help with as a community. And this is one way that we can all come together, welcome in the season, and just help bless our community. So
Karen, I appreciate all that you do. And I mean, this is, Taylor's a parent, you're a parent, I'm a parent, and it hits different when you have children. Before I would hear of, well, that don't have that. And you were heartbroken, but you didn't feel the emotion.
You had sympathy without having empathy.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good way to put it. And now when I hear of children, kids, can't even have deodorant,
right.
may not even have underwear. This is real serious stuff. And Sally Dowis, who retired, as you said, and I thought her and Juanita were going to go out as a team, but they're still at it. Juanita's still at it.
Yeah.
Those women work so hard, and Juanita continues, and her staff continues to work so hard to bless those children, those kids in our community. And you hear the word homeless, and you think, I've always thought that the word homeless it meant that you were out on the street.
No.
And homeless with kids means that, like you said,
Unhoused.
that they don't have a place that they can say, that is my permanent house. They may be
Right.
couch surfing on some friend's
Exactly.
couch.
Sleeping in cars.
There are some that say, we've heard stories. They were on the show talking about one student in Huntsville slept in a car.
Wes and I actually, Sally posted about that last year, and Wes and I actually met with that student. We actually offered him a place to stay to come and finish
Goodness.
school. He did not want to because it was just he just kind of felt like I'm on my own. I'm doing it, but he was literally. We took him to Chili's. Just because I thought there's a broad variety of things to eat there. I don't know, and so we met him there. I'm going to try to tell this without crying. He'd never been to a restaurant like that ever in his life, so he didn't know what to order. So we kind of talked kind of about what he could have. We're like, anything, what do you like? And we helped him order. And then it was cold, and we were like, are you okay to sleep? How are you staying warm? He said, well, they gave me a blanket at school, HSD Social Services. And he said, and when it got really cold, they gave me two. And he said he's sleeping in an apartment complex where he can glom off the internet so he could do his homework, and he's sitting in his truck. And so he was sleeping in the back seat of his truck. And I asked him, I said, I several times, I said, we'd love to give you a warm place to sleep and to stay and just to rest and know you're going to get up in the morning and have a hot breakfast before you go to school and that. And he's just like, no, ma'am, I'm okay. I'm okay. And I finally said, is there anything we can do for you?
Oh, you almost had it.
And he goes, can I have a hug?
Yeah.
And I held that little boy while he cried. And I say little boy, he was a senior in high school. But he didn't have a place. And so I know those kids are out there, and it breaks my heart. But this is something we can help the people who are on the front lines helping those children every day.
See, Karen, this is why it's so important that, we can be so united as a community when it comes together for things like this. And I think this is what people need to focus on.
Absolutely.
That we can have our differences and disagreements on numerous things, but one thing that we can always come together on is our kids. And we see it through organizations like CASA. We see it through organizations like what Sally and Juanita had built up so well, and now Juanita carries that on. We can come together to support our youth in this community. And, a prayer that I started praying, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago was, Lord, break me. And that's a scary prayer.
That is a scary prayer.
But I said, I don't want to keep living on this life of my own thinking that everything's going to be all right. I said, I need to be broken every day and reveal to me areas in my life that obviously I need to improve, but reveal to me others that are in need. And I guarantee this community, if you say that prayer, the Lord's going to bless that. He's going to find people to bring to you. And I thought about that senior you were talking about, Karen. Here's a young man that could have easily said, I'm done with school, right?
Right.
But he's homeless. He's getting internet from an apartment. He's sleeping in the back of his truck, and he's still choosing to go to. He's trying his best to do something, showing up. So that's why I like Taylor. She knows the right words to fill.
Yeah.
She knows the vibe. So thank you.
She's the vibing.
So this is really great. Again, this is going to be such a great night. If you haven't seen these brothers, they've grown up a lot.
They have grown up a lot.
Yeah,
and even 2 years. I mean, they've grown up a lot. But I tell you, when you're dealing with talent and stuff, I'm on the board at the Old Town Theater, and so sometimes the talent that's on stage is so nice in the background to deal with, and sometimes they're not as
sometimes
nice.
they're not.
Sometimes they're not as nice. But for the most part, you get to really kind of know somebody working and setting up a show and all that. These guys, when they came to town, their dad is their bus driver. He's a minister. And these guys started singing in church at 2.
Wow.
And their harmonies are just amazing. But they are some of the finest young men I have ever met. And
Go on.
I loved them. I adopted them. They now call me Aunt Karen. Or at least I told them they do.
Yeah.
No, they do.
Y'all go way back, like
but
2 years.
It's so funny. But they are just adorable. And the twins have a great story. And so anyway, it'll be a fun evening. They are fun guys.
Yeah.
So
come out and be a part of it. We'll put together an article a little bit later tomorrow about this. But hey, November the 15th. That's a crazy thing. 10 days away. Is that right?
I forgot to say. Yeah. It's like next Saturday.
Next Saturday. And you can go to 3heathbrothers.com.
That's the numeral 3.
Numeral 3. And you can put in the code. You heard it here first if you need the assistance. If not, go ahead and do the full 25 because all the money will go to HISD Social Services. But if you do need a little bit of help, $15, you can get $10 off to $15. Christmas 10, right?
Yes.
Christmas
Is there a way to make donations?
Sure. You can make donations to Postcards Magazine. If you'd like to do that, contact us through our website, and I can send you a Venmo link or something like that. Would be fine. Or you can write a check and let us know, and we've got a team of people working on this, and we'll come pick it up if you want to help with that.
We want there to be a call center right now. I envision a call center, Karen, with the everybody's answering phones. Would that be cool?
Is that guy?
Yeah, it's Kyle's the call
Kyle,
center.
what's your phone number?
Yeah.
We're just going to send them all to you.
Well, Karen,
Non-emergency.
Thank you again so
So,
much. Taylor,
you bet.
any questions? I know you've been chatting a little bit too, but maybe any thoughts that are on your mind?
I feel like you kind of were very informative.
Well, good. I tried to be.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the 12 and under going free with the kids because it is hard as a parent to find things that we can do together and
absolutely.
both be engaged in. And I'm like, this is something that holiday season. So my goal for this year has always been to be more involved and more present in the moment.
Well,
I feel like this is a good
Bring your
opportunity.
daughter.
It is.
Y'all,
Please,
I guarantee
please.
y'all would both. My children went when they were tiny little tinies, and they love. Now we had to leave halfway through because they get restless.
Yeah.
But they would do. I know they would stay the whole time now because they're a little bit older. Your daughter and you, I guarantee y'all would love
I promise you will.
This may shock you guys, but we do love a good concert.
That's good.
We love to
that
get
doesn't
a little...
surprise me. But I promise you would love this. And Kim Weezer, you mentioned Casa, they brought their daughters last time, and their 8-year-old, she said, was downloading all their music on the way home from the concert. She was like, she goes, she loves them. So they're looking forward to it as well. But anyway, so thank you for the opportunity, and just please help us bless these children. That's because
Perfect.
all the money's going to them. So,
Well, Karen, thank you so much, and thank you again for all of your heart. Karen does so much behind the scenes that folks have no idea about, and I've only gotten a little tiny
I
glimpse
feel like you're
of it.
in everything. And I don't mean
I'm
that.
really not.
Okay, somebody in your team is in everything.
Maybe.
And that's good.
Because what does Nancy say? If your name goes on it, we can do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, that's good.
Yeah, there you go. Well, again, Karen, thank you. It's always good to see you. Come
Thank
once
you.
a week, please, will you? All right, come back.
I think you'd get tired of me.
Hey, get these guys to come on the show and harmonize with us in here. You know, I bring Amy Boberg is going to come back here in a couple of in a week or so. She's a local to Huntsville, but she lives now in Denmark, and she comes back once in a while because she loves Huntsville. And her husband come back and sing all the way from Denmark. They
I
make
was
a little tour.
Like
Yes.
Denmark.
Yes, they make a little tour, and they come back to Texas, and they come through Huntsville. They sing over at Sam's Table. But she has came on the show a couple of times, back when we were downtown and then here. And so when she comes, she brings a guitar and sings, and it is beautiful. So anytime, I've told Lois this, anytime y'all have anybody that sings, bring them on in here. We'd love to have them.
Okay, well, I need to know about her. We actually hosted a foreign exchange student from Denmark for a year
cool.
when our kids were small. So that was a lot of fun. So
Awesome.
anyway,
Well, all right, get those tickets right now. Go
Thanks.
online, get the tickets, 3heathbrothers.com. We'll take a break. More to come as we continue promoting and celebrating the good. And hey, we couldn't be able to promote this if it wasn't for our foundation support and folks like Walker County Federal Credit
Absolutely.
Union. We appreciate them. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope.
At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We are not a daycare. We are a child care center focused on the growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Jason Bay, the pastor at First Baptist Church, Huntsville, and you're listening to Spirit Radio, the spirit of Huntsville.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
Spirit Radio.
Here we go as we continue on this morning. Time now, 8:20 time now. Hey, Taylor, can you do like a fake radio voice? You want to try real quick?
Yeah, what do I say?
I don't know. Time now is 8:40. Oh, Kyle, zoom out a little bit on that, on the main one. You got to get the Hello Huntsville sign in there, Kyle. Hold on. Here we go. Ready? Zoom out, zoom out. Kyle's our nope, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Keep going. Oh, there you go. That's perfect. There we go.
Nailed it.
There we go.
I know you're so bummed because you have the little crosshairs
The
and the
Kreiner
forehead.
group. Kyle's kind of Christmassy too. He has on a green Huntsville baseball shirt. Yeah.
That's as soon as I came in. I was like, look at you sporting the Ville.
Come on, man. Come on with it. Taylor, you got a like a fake radio voice you can practice real quick for us?
I have a phone voice.
Hi, how are you? No, I'm
Ew.
just kidding. That's not you.
Is that me?
No. It's, how does your phone voice sound? Let's do a run through real quick.
I
Okay,
don't know.
ready?
It's too much pressure.
Okay, ready, go. Hold on. Oh. Wait, more pressure. Watch. There you go. Ready? More pressure.
No. Okay, I don't know what to say. I don't do well under pressure. I can it's fine. Right. For somebody who never says anything to talk. Great. Stop, Kyle. You're distracting me.
We were trying to get you to
be fake.
Yeah, to be
I
fake.
am so ingenuous.
You are not. You are. So, well, Taylor's
you
here.
Are not.
I don't
Ouch.
even know. I don't even know what that word is. So, you keep speaking above my.
I'm having a very. I have a friend now that speaks with like 10-point words.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm like trying to improve my vocabulary.
By the way, our app is gaining traction. Have you downloaded our app, Taylor?
Heck yeah, I have.
Have you really?
I did.
You promise?
I did. Yeah.
All right. Well, I wanted to make sure. The Christmas Village is opening. Look at that.
On the 13th.
You did get it. Yeah, you did get it. Christmas Village is 14th. They're opening.
I thought they're doing the grand opening on the 13th.
No, they're opening, and we have information there about that, and that's going to be a cool little venue here in Huntsville. Someone wanted to gain some XP on their app when we gave away. Oh, Kyle was here, and I forgot to give him his gift. Oh, well,
no.
We'll get it next time.
He'll be back.
Somebody commented in a while ago. Look, we've had a couple of comments. Definitely want to check it out with my grands. We're going to miss Lone Star Lights. Can't wait to check it out for the first time. Watch this. I'm going to reply here to Miss Jalen. I'm going to say, this should be a great place to enjoy time with family for the holidays. All right. Now I'm going to hit post reply.
Boom.
And she just got an email that said someone replied to your thing. Now, whoever this is, AK, I don't know who that is. And we're going to say here,
AK Hope.
can't wait to check it out for the first time this year. Okay?
Yes, the grand opening is super exciting.
I'm going to say we're looking forward to it as well. Boom. Post
I
reply.
will be there on the 15th. Now, I bought
There we
these
go.
tickets 4 or 5 months ago, so I'm
Okay.
really sad to see it is the same day. But I'm thinking I could do both.
Yeah, you could absolutely do both. Or you could probably take a rain check on the other.
No, so the tickets are
that
non-transferable.
really? No, you can do both. It's the 14th, but you bought tickets for the 15th?
I bought tickets for both.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Because I have a problem. Because I wanted to be their grand opening because, that's kind of exciting. Tickets were a little bit more expensive, but they're also doing like a ribbon cutting. It's like a whole exciting thing. And I'm all for Huntsville businesses. Like that makes me happy.
Well, there you go. The Christmas Village opening up, coming up pretty soon. Want to remind folks again about the Hope Stays Open. I just checked a while ago. We do have 7 families that are in need right now. And where we sit at, you can donate this morning. All of the funds, by the way, every penny will go to the Hope Stays Open campaign. And we are actually just at $225. So just a little more than 2 families. Every $100 blesses a family. And this morning, if you would like to donate to help out these families in need right now, I talked earlier about giving back, and especially with the Thanksgiving season right around the, and please don't say Turkey Day. There's like pet peeves of mine about certain things. Turkey Day is one, like Happy Turkey Day. Do you say that?
I have said that.
There's several phrases. This is a very engaging segment.
Okay.
There are several phrases that are like big pet peeves no-no with me.
So does Xmas Day bother you
Yes,
as well?
I don't like that. It's not Xmas, it's Christmas, because when you put the X, you're taking out Christ. It's almost like an intentional getaway.
It is.
And I don't like that. It's Christmas, Christmas.
Christmas.
So, yes, that is one of them. There's several phrases that just irk me. One
Let's
of them
hear 'em.
is, I know enough to be dangerous. Don't like that one. I know
Why
just
would you
I
want
know
to be
I know just enough to be dangerous. People said that all the time when I had my IT company, Taylor. They would always say, "Oh no, it was funny." Okay.
So you know nothing.
I'm sure, like funeral. I'm gonna ask Billy this. I'm sure it's like when people come into the funeral, they're like, "Well, it sure is dead in here." You know what I'm saying? Like,
This is getting funny.
it's funny on the outside, but
Is that an
there's
emergency bell?
What is that?
Is that the doorbell?
There's legitimately a bell that sounds like my grandmother's old
Bicycle?
telephone ringing right now. She had one of those old rotary
It
phones.
sounds like the...
I don't know what that was. Anyways, so it's that phrase, I know just enough to be dangerous. The other one, guys, quit saying this, okay? It's overused. Let's go!
Oh, yeah, you were talking about that last week.
Yes, I heard it again the
If
other
we're talking
day.
about other things that men should not say, we're not going to go on a hate speech. But stop telling women they'd be prettier if they smiled.
Oh, yeah, that one's not good.
Ever.
That's not a good one. Don't tell anybody that. So, yeah, that one, that's on my list. And then the other one, what else were we just talking about?
Christmas. And
Christmas,
Thanksgiving,
Turkey Day. It's those. Those are the ones. What are the ones that irk you? You just mentioned one. Is there any other ones?
I hate being told to smile.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm not smiling right now. But I feel like I smile and I'm like overly like I'm generally happy, optimistic person.
Rhonda Elizor told me, and I appreciate her feedback because I value.
Did you need to smile more?
She said, Rob, you speak so great. You have a great speaking voice. But she goes, you need to smile. You look angry when you speak. Mm-hmm. How you doing? Look, I'm going to do this the rest of the show.
My
hey,
dad.
Taylor, so great to see you.
I don't like
Hi,
that.
guys.
If I got any better, I'd be twins.
Oh. Now, the one that is cool, we's twins went. Well, let's see. How does this go? I just thought of this. I'm actually making this up.
Okay. Get there.
We's twins. We was womb mates.
Womb mates.
Get it? Womb mates?
Womb mates. I
Okay,
see
anyways.
that. Okay.
Continue on. Sorry, that just hit me.
So, circling. So, I was telling you that the Sam Houston kids, boys, maybe a team of some sort, was helping the kids at Sam Houston. Or at Sam Houston. Where did my kid go?
What do you mean,
Scott Johnson. They were unloading
the
them.
drop-off line?
Yeah. And
Was it-
they were high-fiving and
Oh, it's probably the basketball team. When was this?
this morning.
Maybe it was the basketball team.
I don't sport, so I don't know.
You don't sport.
I don't watch sports.
I don't sport.
Unless it's got a horse or a rodeo or a dirt arena.
Well, speaking of which, do you go to the Sam Houston Rodeo? Because that is coming up.
Of course I do. I think it's the same weekend.
It's coming up. The Sam Houston State University Rodeo.
So
it's November 7th and 8th.
Oh, so it's this weekend.
It's this weekend, yeah.
So when I came to Sam, I'm about to age myself. Like, part of the reason I came to Sam and stayed here is they did a Gangnam Style video. And if you haven't seen that video, you need to.
I think I have.
I've got a good look at school.
Did you graduate from Sam?
I did.
What did you study?
Ag business.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
didn't know
secondary
that.
education and equine science. is a
Wow,
minor.
how cool is that?
I originally went to school to be a teacher because I felt like that was what I was called to do until I student taught. And I realized, nope, that ain't it.
My daughter has been singing some song and she learned it at school and I'm trying, you know how like little ones, they say things and it's hard to like figure out what they're saying. Mm-hmm. She keeps going around saying like, a teacher, I'm a leacher, a preacher, I'm a teacher. And I'm like, what are you singing? It's some little kid song that's
She
like
doesn't
this.
know.
Yeah, but
She's
and
remixing it.
I was like, what is that, Brandon? And she's like, I don't know, Daddy. We sing it at school. She's like, a teacher, I'm a leacher. And I have no
feel
idea.
like maybe we send a letter and be like, what is this?
I don't know what that song is, but
Can you
anyways.
send me a list of approved singing songs?
A lot. Well, hey, there is quite a bit going on. We talked about the rodeo coming up. Be a part of the Not So Silent Night Christmas tour. 3 Heath Brothers are doing this. By the way, they're starting here in Huntsville. That's where they're starting the whole national tour, which is really, really cool. They go all over, not just here in Texas or East Texas, but all over the United States.
I love there's always something to do here.
There is. And people complain, well, there ain't nothing to do in Huntsville. There is so much.
There's so much. And there's also, what is it? There's the Christmas marketplace is the second weekend.
Yeah, and guess what? There it is, the Huntsville Holiday Market. You can get it on our website, by the way.
Yeah,
that is on there, and that's
at the Walker Fairgrounds.
Is that Saturday and Sunday? Yes, it is, because I put it on the website. Upcoming dates. This event has multiple occurrences. So Saturday and Sunday. And by the way, the ticket, it's only $8. It'll get you in both days. And trust me, there is so much. Have you been to the antique shows? The Rusty Chippy or what is it? Rusty Chippery?
Chip.
Rusty.
Chip,
is that
chip.
Kay Grisham, I think, does those? I forget who it is. But anyways, it's so wonderful. It's a lot of fun. You can get your early Christmas shopping done this weekend.
Buy all year because I am not a good gift giver. And I feel like that is a acquired skill. I feel like typically there's always people who are really good at gift giving and really not good at it. I'm one of those but I'm also not a good gift receiver.
You just fired up. Keep going, but you remind me because you just fired up something else that I'm going to complain about. But keep going.
Stop. We are going to be positive.
No,
on
it's
this
a complaint.
Wednesday.
It is a complaint that I genuinely need to talk about.
Are you coming to this looking for solutions? Or are you just wanting to vent?
No, I want to vent about this.
Okay, and then we'll talk about solutions because we don't just spread negativity here.
No, it's no negativity. This is very important. This is why you need to watch this show. You know, Thursdays, our pastor, Jason Bay here at First, he says stuff that ultimately happens. It's happened time and time again. Well, I'm going to say something right now that's not even related to any of that.
Okay, love it.
Kohl's department store has this really cool section every year. We do need a Kohl's here. That's one thing that I think we need in
we
Huntsville.
had a Kohl's
Nope,
at one point.
Not in Huntsville.
Conroe.
We do need a Kohl's. That's one thing that I said I wish we had a Kohl's because I do like Kohl's. I like their deals. I like their clothes. Everything there. It's always easy.
Okay.
My complaint, though, is at Christmas time. They have this certain little aisle set up, and it's not even an aisle. It's kind of where the menswear is and the dress shirts and the ties, and then right there on that corner, and every Kohl's has it, the end cap. See, that's why I have Taylor. She knows what I'm trying to say.
It's the vocabulary.
There are tons of these end caps kind of in their own little corner. And it's all this Brook and Stone. Is that the brand?
Oh, no, not the Brookstone.
You know what? Brookstone. Brook and Stone. It's Brookstone.
Not the mall stuff.
They have that.
Airport.
And you feel obligated. You feel absolutely obligated to buy some of that stuff for Christmas gifts. My complaint
Why
is
it so expensive?
No, it's not. That's the thing. This stuff is cheap.
At Kohl's?
Yes. Here's what I'm getting at. Don't buy stuff just to buy stuff just to get somebody a gift.
Correct.
Because 90%...
Your mom doesn't want soap. Stop buying moms the Walmart.
She doesn't want another appliance either.
But some moms do.
My mom doesn't. It's like you feel like, okay, well, there's
not
this
a vacuum.
There's this toaster. I got to get the toaster oven. quit buying stuff to buy stuff to give because you feel obligated to give a gift.
You shouldn't give out of obligation, period.
No. And I feel it. The retailers have made it feel like you have to give something.
That is a hallmark. You got to think the reason for the season is not to be given.
Man.
Like, okay. So like I said, I buy all year because I am a terrible gift giver. And if you tell me, hey, I want this, I'm going to put it in the Rolodex and I'm going to come back. So majority of my friends in my notes, I like save things about them because
You have a little notebook and it's like you have it all written down in
I
bullet
do
points.
because I feel like the details are important. And
Here's Mandy. Mandy's favorite color is pink, and Mandy likes unicorns. No, I'm just kidding.
you're being a real rude person right now. No, it's in their contact. There's like a little note
I love
section.
it. That's actually pretty cool.
It is. You should do that with as many contacts as you have because I know you don't be remembering nothing.
I don't remember anything. No.
But the problem with that is I'll forget where I put things. And so
okay.
I'm like, congratulations, you wanted this 4 years ago, but I just moved and here's this present. So I have started giving things to do together, like experiences. So no longer stuff. It's like, oh, I bought us tickets to go to Not So Silent Night so we can spend time together and be present because I know I have learned that majority of the people I share my life with want time. They don't want stuff.
I just thought of something. Instead of giving presents, how about you be present? Oh.
Ooh, put it on a shirt.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, by the way, we were talking about the brick and stone section. Linda Horn says that's the gotcha section.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Autumn says, just like you, Autumn, one of our number one engagers outside of Quentin Glaze, says, I buy gifts all year long. I find neat things on great sale, and I have a stash come December. See, that's the way to do it.
And it's
But I don't. I'm the last week shopper.
I used to be like that. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to make everybody cookies. Well, then I'm not a great cook. So I had to like figure something out. But you know, with the end cap, do you remember the back massager that it looks like a little car?
Yes.
With like the wheels?
It's like a telephony thing.
Yeah. I feel like I can't walk by one of those without going bloop, bloop. And that makes me feel like a child every time I go to the store.
Hey, December the 5th and 6th, another really important event. We're going to add it to the website. We got to start getting some December stuff up on this website. Come on, man.
How many weekends until Christmas?
Quite a few.
No, it's not. It's like 10, if that. Not even 10.
Well, that's why I said quite a few.
That's not quite a few.
It's probably 8. I would say that it's 8 weekends. Watch this. Hey, Siri, how many weekends until Christmas?
I can use Chat.
Oh, I can use ChatGPT to answer that. What a jerk. Why am I using?
I don't know. Why don't you just use your...
Why am I using a Mac? First of all,
because it works. Okay.
Well,
so
it didn't
1,
work there.
2, 3, 4.
I said
5,
8.
6, 7.
7 weekends. See, a few. A few is 3. A couple of. If someone, have you ever heard people say a couple of few, like stuff like that? Like, oh, a couple of few.
A baker's dozen.
A couple of few would be 6 because 3 times 2 is 6.
Right. And now we're making everything a math question.
Well, anyways, Journey Through Bethlehem, December 5th and 6th. Be a part of that. I know that their team needs some help. If you'd like to dress up as a wise man,
I want to be a sheep.
you probably could be. Autumn, can she be a sheep?
I want to be a sheep. I don't want any speaking parts because apparently I don't talk right.
There's an opportunity to serve, and so it is the Journey Through Bethlehem. Have you been to that?
I have not.
Oh my goodness, you need to take your daughter to that too. We go every year, and it used to be $1. That's all it was $1. It's now $2.
Oof.
It's so worth it. I'd pay $10 if they charge $10. Go and be a part of this. All the churches come together in the community, and they all participate. It is so awesome. It's at the Walker County Fairgrounds. They have so much set up over there, and it is just genuine fun. Y'all will enjoy that too. So I'm tasking you to go to the Three Heath Brothers concert with your daughter and then take her through the Journey Through Bethlehem. That's the only thing I'm ever going to tell you to do.
So I'm going through this cool thing with my daughter where she is deciding on her own to come to Christ. And I think that is a
how cool is that?
thing to not push, to not, I mean, not that I don't encourage it, but she is like on this little self. So she has a bedtime stories, like Bible book thing.
365 bedtime Bible stories. I read that to my daughter.
I feel like that is exactly
It is. It probably is. I read it to Braylon. It's 365 bedtime Bible stories. That's it.
Okay. You just flex so hard on me, and I don't know how to handle it. Yes. So, but she was like, she had the same question, and it's interesting. So, like, as somebody who is like new in their journey with Christ, and she's like, "Where do you start?" And I'm like, "You just start." And I think that can go across life, like not just
anything.
like just start.
If you, look, Taylor just hit the nail on the head. If there's something that you've been wanting to do and you've been putting it off and putting it because you're worried about this and worried about, just start. And sometimes you need to just stop. That's a big
priorities.
one. I just stopped, and I'm not proud of this, but I just stopped. And I'm waiting to get the email because they're going to try to talk me back into it for a second time. But I just stopped my classes at ORU because there's just too much going on. My wife's working long hours, and it's been a lot lately, and for her and for me and for our family. And I realized, man, there's only so much that you can put in your cup. And then, when that cup starts running over, I ain't got enough paper towels to clean up the mess. So it's okay to stop. But maybe there's something today that you said, you know what, I need to start.
Just
do it. Just start.
Do it. And like my big thing was, people are going to judge me. How selfish is it to think that you're going to cross somebody's mind? Why are you putting so much self-worth?
But if you're doing what is good and what is right and what is true, who cares? And I've always encouraged people this, Taylor, and will always say this. If you go to sleep at night knowing that you did everything that you could possibly do to make a difference in somebody else's life, and that you've done things right, then who cares?
Yeah.
And I've always, in the media business, we were taught to ignore the 1%.
Ooh.
And the 1% sometimes tries to be the loudest. And it doesn't mean that you hate the 1% because that's a strong word.
But I really, really, really don't like you.
Yeah, and just ignore it. Ignore it because you're feeding things that don't need to be fed. And I've learned that in the media business big time, is to ignore the 1%. And just say, you know what, everything's going to be, and as long, and I always go to sleep at night. I say always. There's some nights where I'm like, man, I could have done
when you're
better
falling
at
asleep
that.
with your baby.
Yeah, I'm like, I could have not been impatient with my child today. I could have did a better job being a dad. But most nights, 99% of the nights, I go to sleep knowing, I do go to sleep every night knowing that I did everything that I possibly could do to make a difference in someone else's life. And I think that's a challenge for all of us today. Is to think about, just like it was so great to have Karen talking about these kids at the school district. I hate that she has to talk about it.
But
it's real. It's a real problem.
How cool is it? Not cool. Like you said, it's not a cool thing. It's not a great thing that there are children in need in our community. Our community that is so small and so close that there are still kids here that suffer here in our hometown that you don't know about it. But having a community that cares.
Yeah.
Like you said, I feel like we do not agree on a whole lot, but the children come first.
It's so weird to think about, too, like once you get out of this community and you go into another city, how different things feel. Like when I travel and I go to a different city, I go to a big city, I was like, I'm so thankful. Yeah. Like, you know what, though? I'm going to say this, man. My wife wanted to move to Conroe when we first came to. She's like, I do not want to be in Huntsville. And I didn't know anything about Huntsville, so I'm like, I'm probably right there with you, right? Until I got to know the people. And once I got to know the people, I just fell in love with this community, and I love Huntsville. But we were in Conroe before we'd moved here. We were driving around looking. There was a gas station. At the time, I had a Kia. Should have bought a Honda, but I bought a Kia.
That was adorable.
Should have bought a Honda, but I bought a Kia. Okay.
How many times did you practice that?
A lot. So, if people who know me know what I'm joking. It's a funny joke. Anyways, there was a big rainstorm, and this gas station, apparently, there was a huge hole. And I'm talking like a big pothole that you don't drive into it, but you couldn't see it because it was full of water. So I'm driving. I'm already upset. I'm like, I don't like this town. For some reason, I just didn't like Conroe. I was like, people here are rude. It reminds me of where we're from. Because I was in a negative. And how many times
I was just thinking grumble, grumble, grumble.
When you're in a negative mindset, everything around you seems negative, even when it's not.
Don't look for yellow cars.
So I'm driving this gas station. What happens? Boom. Bottom out. Can't get out. Bottomed out. Because the tire went in, and so the frame of my car is on the concrete, sitting there, all right? And I start yelling and hollering. Oh, I knew it.
I bet you were saying some very colorful
I was like, in all the places in this horrible town, nobody cares about anybody here. I can already feel it. And I was sitting there saying that. And then what happens? This guy, hey, man, you need some help.
Aww.
Drives up in a truck, has a big rim. My wife looks at me. She's like, I told you. And I was like, you're right.
You right. Was he from Huntsville?
Probably, yeah. So I was right. So, but no, I'm serious. When I leave this town, I think about how great this town is because there are so many good things here and so many great opportunities for people to be involved and to genuinely make a difference. And friends, I don't want to just talk about it. I want to be about it. Joshua Harris always tells me, don't talk about it, be about it. And it's hard to be about it sometimes. And it's hard to talk about it. But today, just find a way that you can be about it. However that looks, whatever that means to you. It could be as simple as buying somebody a cup of coffee at McCafe. You know, could be.
I do.
Could be.
I love that we actually both went to McDonald's this morning.
There was a guy. Yeah, I got up so early. We were up early, and I went and got the 2 burrito meal, and there was no line. It was quick.
I have a confession.
You lied about the line? There really wasn't
no.
one?
There is always a line.
Okay.
I have a confession, and I have been thinking about it all morning, and I'm glad this came up because maybe this can bring me some, like, restitution. I don't know if I use that word in the right spot just that time. That time's the first
You
one.
ruined all your
I know.
vocabulary today.
I cut people off this morning getting into the McDonald's line, and I didn't
Were you
realize
at that the double lane?
Yes.
Oh, what a
And I
punk, man.
didn't realize it until I was already committed, and then I had to do like the head of shame where you just drive like this. But so it goes into 2. Well, everybody was lined up this way, and in my head they were all turning left into this lane, and I just pulled up to the right lane and skipped like 4 cars. And I am so sorry if you were in that line. I was in my own world, having my own deep thoughts, where it was just oblivious, where I was just like, oh, and then I was like, oh my God. After I did it, I was committed, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a jerk. So if you were in that line, I am sorry. I'll do better in the future.
Yeah. Hey, I'm always thankful for people in this community, and I was in that. You think if you go to that outside lane at McDonald's, you can kind of get there a little bit quicker sometimes. And
yeah, and it wasn't even like a thought. Like, it was just like, oh, there's so many cars right here. Like, I'll just go in this line. And then my head was like, when I got up there, I was like, oh, it's because they're alternating. It did not even click until I was there.
The other day, I went through the first one because I thought I'd get, and I did. I ended up getting there fast. Well, this guy, I looked over to the right. He was in the other one, and he looked like he was having a horrible day. And old me would have been like, dude, chill out. Like, get over it. Whatever you're like, quit taking out your frustration on me. But then I stood back, Taylor, and I realized, I get like that sometimes. And there was like this overpowering sense in my chest that I needed to buy that guy's food to hopefully cheer him up that day. Mm-hmm. And so I told the lady in the line, like, hey, get that. And I'm not saying it to call out what I did, but I say it as encouragement to you. If you come, maybe somebody's having this horrible day and they're upset, and your first reaction is like, oh, quit whining, quit complaining, get back to work.
Everybody's life's hard.
Yeah. How about you be a blessing to that person? Because maybe you can change their attitude that day. Maybe they're having the worst day of their life, and they're angry at you because you're just another part of everything.
And it's not that they're angry at you.
They're angry at everything else.
You're just in a spot where it's easier to be mad at you. And sometimes you're just having a crap day.
That's what I said earlier. When you're negative, everything around you becomes negative. Mm-hmm. If you're in a rush to get somewhere, everybody else is driving slow.
Never fails. And you're going to hit every light, especially in town. Okay, I'm about to get negative for a second. It's going to happen. Turning left in this town.
It's not allowed. There's literally signs that say you can't turn left.
It bugs me that when I am in a hurry, when I'm running late, and you're whizzing through traffic because 2 lanes, people turning left across the highway when other traffic's coming. Like, it is impossible to turn left unless you're at a light in Huntsville. But there's still folks that do it. But then when I need to turn left, I'm like, oh. And then I hold up traffic, and I'm like, look at you, you hypocrite.
Yep, there you go. Well, I just want to encourage you, know that those people, like Taylor said, they're having a bad day, and so everything else around them is automatically going to be bad, and you're just kind of in the crossfire of it. So why don't you be the deflector today and say, you know what, I'm gonna help that person stop whatever it is that they're dealing with today by a simple random act of kindness. Those go a long way.
Just smile.
I want to do something here, and I've thought long and hard about how we're going to do this, and I want to get someone to sponsor it. I wish I had the money to do it because I would do it every day. But I want to find somebody to sponsor a Thanksgiving blessing. And I would love to go to the grocery store and be able to randomly bless several families as they check out this Thanksgiving. That's something that it's been on my heart.
Oh, wow.
We did that in Fargo with our Big 93 radio station. It was so much fun. But even more, it was so rewarding. And it was even more than the rewarding. It was so great to help those families because every one of them broke down. And people
I was like, that makes me want to cry just thinking about it.
People are generally pretty honest about this stuff. And so there were families that we'd say, hey, we want to buy it. They're like, no, we're fine. But then there was other families that were like, they broke down and cried because they absolutely needed it. And so start thinking about that. If you want to help sponsor that, $100 are going to go a long way. We'd love to just show up and randomly bless people as they check out at HEB, because here everything's better at HEB. That's their motto. Used to
Herbert
be.
E. Butts.
Oh, Henry Edward Butt. Yeah. I thought about having a law firm. My cousin's last name is Thumb, Thumm. My last name, Hip. And then I wanted to have one of the Howard family members join us, so it'd be the Hip, Butt, and Thumb law firm. Injury lawyers.
I'm really proud of you.
But anyways, we've joked. Bridget Maloney, by the way, she actually changed her title on Facebook to say that she was our secretary of the law firm. She had it on her. It was really funny.
Got a LinkedIn page.
Yeah. But hey, a lot going on. Stay locked in. Taylor, thanks for hanging out. I think a really good discussion just to kind of remind people this morning to just love on their fellow man and just be present. I love what you said. Be present. Find a way to be present. So,
and that is something, if you have been friends with me or been around me, it is very hard for me putting that stupid cell phone down and just being present for those. But that is something I am actively trying to do on top of being kind, is putting my phone away and really being a ding ding.
I hear what you're saying about putting that phone. Do what? I was doing that on purpose, by the way.
I was like, oh, he's doing something super useful. It's fine. It's not like we're on a show or anything together. It's okay.
Well, hey, go by Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are your full-service community credit union. Before we go, tell us maybe a few things you've been working on. What's been going on at the credit union, and how can folks get involved and have great service?
Well, right now we are doing our skip a payment, our holiday skip a payment. Yes. So that is a big thing that we offer. It's not offered to 100% everybody, I don't believe, but we understand holidays are hard, and no, you're not, exempt from that payment. It does roll to the end, but sometimes having that 1 month of reprieve, that's the word I was looking for.
Oh, reprieve, yeah.
Is very helpful. And so we really value and we really care about our members, and we want you guys to know that, we get it. We're human too, and, we're pushing through those right now. We do have our low car rates, 4.49.
Not bad.
Not bad. Our ATM, we just got a new website. Oh my God.
Did y'all really?
We did.
What?
How did I forget?
Let me see this. I go to y'all's. We ought to get a new app. Hold on.
But we did a new website.
Yeah, but I use the app. But I use the website sometimes. Hold on.
It's so pretty. I think it's a lot more user-friendly.
Look at this.
Yes. Do not be alarmed. It does look different. Call me. I will walk you through. Everything is very similar to how it was, but it just looks prettier. We are trying to stay cool with the times.
Trying to stay trendy and vibe.
We're trying to vibe with it. The other thing is, if you need help with stuff like this, with getting tickets, feel free to come, and I will help you with this.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty not great with technology, but because I am not great at technology, I can help people find errors and get through.
I get excited every time I log into my personal account with you guys because I think I have this huge stash of money, and then I realize it's my loan. I'm like,
dude.
Yes. So, nope, never mind.
A little not so humble brag. My credit score went up 6 points.
Nice.
Right. I was so excited.
Mine went down 60.
Oh, but as I was scrolling, it says like your total debt, and I was like, whoa. Granted, I'm like, all right, it's a house, it's a car, but also that is a hard number to see.
That's all right. It's better now than later on. So
yeah, but
well, awesome. Well, there it is. Taylor Chandler, TC, with WC FCU, Walker County Federal Credit Union. Go by and see TC.
CTC. Well, funny enough, so we have another lady. Her name is Terry Carter.
Ah, she new?
Ish.
Okay.
I think she's been there about maybe over 6 months.
Okay.
She was a teller, and now she's doing member services. But we have the same initials, so everything is TC or TC1. I think that's fine.
Who's one?
She's one.
She's
that was
one.
the OG.
Oh, TCOG and then TC1. Got it. Go by and see them. Hey, it's Walker County Federal Credit Union. They support so much in this community. and Parade of Playhouses coming up. You guys are the headline.
The big sponsor.
Yeah, the title sponsor for Parade of Playhouses. So go and be a part of that. We just had Casa on a couple of days ago. Laura Green was here along with Rachel Drake. And you'll start to see those playhouses popping up all over town.
Oh, there's a pretty pink one right now in front of the other institution of financial things.
That is the She Said She Shed. That is a very...
She said she shed.
How did you do that fast? She shed, she shed.
Wow, you did not.
I could not do it. That's like we had a customer when I had my IT company. I'm not making this up. His name was Bob. Her name was Betty. What was their last name? I'm not making this up. Bitter. So we made up like Betty better bit Bob better, but Betty bit Bob better. We were doing these, and when they came in, they laughed. They thought it was funny.
Oh, no, because that could have gone real bad.
Betty could have bit Bob better, and Betty could have bit Bob better. I can't even do it now.
bit.
Hey, well, Walker County Federal, they will take care of you, and we will be back at it tomorrow. Always enjoy being here throughout the week, and on Thursday, we'll have Pastor Jason Bay as we'll have our news you can use.
Do you have the McDonald's app?
Sure do. Yep. Use it every day.
I mean, not being nosy, but also I saw it.
Yeah, I tried to flip through it real quick. I use it every single day. It was already on it. Brian will be with us tomorrow. He is with Sam Houston BSM, the Baptist Student Ministries, and he's doing incredible work. I love having those guys on to share what they are doing. And Brian has just committed to missions. He actually stepped up on Sunday. We had a mission pastor, Carlo, come in on from the Philippines on Sunday. It was really cool. And he inspired 2 of our young people to step out in faith and say, I want to pursue missions. And so Brian is going to come and talk a little bit about that and what the Lord has put on his life. I'm really excited to talk to him tomorrow. So any final comments? Been fun. Thanks for hanging out.
It has been fun. I loved having Karen here.
Yeah, it was a good way to start the day. So, well, hey, that'll wrap it up for Taylor Chandler, TCOG. I'm Rob Hipp reminding you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. I promise somebody out there this morning absolutely needs you. We'll be back at it tomorrow. We'll be back at it tomorrow at 7:30. Come join us as we hang out with Pastor Jason Bay here at First. Until then, good morning, Huntsville. God bless, and so long. We will see you later. Taylor, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you.
Absolutely. Have a good day.